Welcome back to another episode of Carson's Aquatics. Today, we're going to be building a stand for my 40-gallon breeder tank. This 40-gallon breeder is going to be home to my 3 African clawed frogs, and I got just the tank from Petco, and I don't want to buy a stand because that would be expensive, so I'm going to build my own. And a little fun fact, my first ever video on this channel was actually me building the stand for my 55-gallon tank. That was like 2 years ago, so the video is pretty bad. My explanation was very bad. So I'm going to do my best to explain everything that I do with this stand, so you guys, if you're doing the same thing, you can just copy off of me. So we're gonna head outside, and out there I'll explain all the measurements, dimensions, and plans for this 40-gallon breeder aquarium stand. Alrighty guys, so we are now outside, and before we start actually building this stand, I want to go over my plans with you guys. So this is what it's going to look like from the front. This is what the top and bottom pieces are going to look like. So basically this flipped is this and this. So the tank is 36 inches long, it's 18 inches wide or deep, and then the stand is going to be 27 inches tall because that is how tall my 75-gallon stand is, and I want those to like be at the same level. So it's going to be 36 by 18 by 27. Down here I kind of laid out how many pieces of whichever length I need, and this is like the total length of all those pieces. This is the total amount of inches of wood that we need. This is this number translated into feet. Home Depot sells their 2x4s in segments of 8 feet. So this is how many 2x4s we would need, but obviously I'm going to round that up to 5. And then right here I figured out what the best combinations of pieces would be to like save the most wood. So like each of these columns is 1 board. We have 5 boards. I'm very sorry if that didn't make much sense to you, but I know it did for some of you. But yeah, I tried my best. Right here is our miter saw. This, in my opinion, is like the easiest saw to use. Literally, you put the board right here, pull the trigger, and go down like that, and then it's cut. All right, so I have all the legs and support braces cut out. So now I just need to do the top and bottom bases pretty much. So 4 36-inch boards and 6 18-inch boards. So I've got all of our wood cut out right here, and if you like take a look at all the edges and stuff, it's super rough. So I'm gonna go ahead and sand all of these pieces down before we screw them together and paint it. Here we go. All of our pieces are cut and sanded. Now we just have to put it together and paint it. All right guys, well, I'm an idiot. These middle pieces, these are 18 inches, and the tank itself is 18 inches wide. I didn't even take into account the thickness of these on the end. So I need to cut all these middle pieces down to 15 inches to account for those pieces of wood. So basically, if you are like going off of this, instead of making these 6 pieces 18 inches, actually make them 15 inches. So I'm gonna go cut those, and then we will put them together. Alright, so now that we have all of our pieces at the actual correct length, we can now start constructing our stand. Alrighty guys, and here is the first base. And by the way, I moved into my garage because I was getting eaten alive by mosquitoes in the back. I actually forgot one screw right here. There we go. So now I just need to do this one more time. Just make another one of these, and then we connect them with the legs. So I'm gonna make another one of these. Alright guys, we got both of our bases together. So now we need to connect them with the legs. Alright guys, well the camera battery died, and I'm not sure when it died, but I just put the 2 bases on 2 of the legs, and I'm just going to flip it over and do the same exact thing on the other side. Well guys, the drill just died, and I still need to put on the support braces, but obviously we need a drill for that, so I'm going to go charge the battery and probably eat some pizza, and then we'll get back out here and finish this in probably like an hour. Alright guys, so it's like an hour later, and this battery powered drill didn't like charge enough to be able to finish the stand tonight, and I do want to finish the stand tonight. So I found this like actual electric powered drill, so we're going to go ahead and use this. And that thing has got some kick to it. And I just want to explain this real quick. Right now I am adding on these support braces on the outside of the legs. I don't necessarily need to do that because I think just the screws connecting the legs to the base is enough to be able to support all the water, but having these there makes it pretty much impossible for this stand to collapse under this much pressure. So I'm just doing it as like a little backup support just to make sure this stand does not collapse and get 40 gallons of water all over my floor. So now we just got to put these right there. And there it is. Our stand is completely constructed. It looks beautiful. And now before it gets too dark outside, I am going to spray paint it black and then put it in the fish room. Well guys, I spray painted as much of the stand as I could. Still have that little bottom portion to do. We're pretty much out of spray paint, so I'm gonna have to go get more tomorrow. And like we have to let this upper part dry before we can flip it to do that part. So that's gonna be it for today. We're gonna have to finish this up tomorrow. So I'll see you then. All right, so it is the next morning. I already went to the store and got the rest of the spray paint, and I also finished painting the entire thing. So I decided not to film it because I mean, you guys got the point. It's been drying for about an hour, and now we're gonna go ahead and bring it into the fish room and see how the tank looks on it. Yo, that turned out nice. There it is. Oh, that looks great. And there we have our DIY 40-gallon breeder stand. Oh yeah, that is super sturdy. Looks exactly how I wanted it to look, and I cannot wait to set it up for the frogs. And that will be coming very, very soon. Then shortly after that, we'll be setting up the 75. So Fish Room 3.0 is officially underway, and I'm so hyped about it. That is pretty much gonna wrap up this video, and today's comment of the day goes out to, and if you want your comment to be the comment of the day in the next video, all you gotta do is drop a comment down below, and that could happen. If you liked this video, be sure to hit that like button, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, turn on post notifications, and I am gonna see you in the next video. Darn it.